Pat, right here in Washington, where lawmakers are considering the multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure plan the president laid out Thursday. Mr. Biden detailed the costs and how he plans to pay for it. CBN White House correspondent Eric Phillips explains.
This infrastructure plan is already facing opposition all the way around, from the left, center, and right. Still, the president is forging ahead on a plan that his administration says cannot wait.
It's a once-in-a-generation investment in America, unlike anything we've seen or done since we built the interstate highway system and the space race decades ago.
In blue-collar Pittsburgh, the president made his pitch for the American Jobs Plan.
I'll begin with the heart of the plan. It modernizes transportation infrastructure, our roads, our bridges, our airports.
Key items include replacing lead piping across the country, 5,000 charging stations for electric cars, improving the nation's power grid, and a focus on research and development.
Markets like battery technology, biotechnology, computer chips, clean energy, the competition with China in particular.
In the process, the president says, putting Americans to work on good-paying jobs.
Not a contract will go out that I control that will not go to a company that is an American company with American products all the way down the line and American workers.
The price tag, about $2 trillion spread over 8 years. The Biden payment plan, tax increases for those making more than $400,000 a year, as well as businesses.
This is not to target those who've made it, not to seek retribution. This is about opening opportunities for everybody else. We're going to raise the corporate tax. No one should be able to complain about that. It's still lower than what that rate was between World War II and 2017.
The president also wants to close loopholes that allow Fortune 500 companies to escape paying taxes and eliminate deductions for corporations that take jobs overseas.
It's honest, it's fiscally responsible.
This is really a Green New Deal through a back door.
Joel Griffith with the Heritage Foundation says not only will the plan hurt the economy, it won't deliver what Biden is selling.
The vast majority of this is really to implement a socialist far-left agenda. Buried within this plan are actually hundreds of billions of dollars to reorient our entire energy system.
A group of top Republicans has come together to form a coalition to push back against what they say would be unavoidable tax hikes. Meanwhile, the president is set to hold his first cabinet meeting today, one day after one of the biggest speeches in his first 100 days of office. In Washington, Eric Phillips, CBN News.
Thanks, Eric. Pat, with such a hefty price tag, it'll be a hefty lift to get that to pass.
Left doesn't understand economics. It's just too bad. They just want to soak the rich, and they want to reward their own people, and they want to reorient the society. But if they raise the corporate income tax, he wants to raise it up now. It'll be probably the highest in the world. It'll even be higher than China, of all places. And we're the death knell of a competition with people like China. And the Biden administration wants to cripple our corporations in the name of, quote, tax fairness. And, you know, the United States corporate income tax was one of the highest in the world. It was brought back, and suddenly our corporations are much more competitive. That means they hire more people, they buy more goods, they have more productive activities. But if the money's being soaked up by taxation, then they don't have it. And if they can't compete, I mean, if we're selling in the global market and our corporations can't compete with prices, then somebody else is going to take the business. It's just that simple. I mean, you know, it's not like it's a closed system we're working in. There's a global market for stocks, market for steel, market for cars, market for airplanes, market for everything we do. And if our corporations can't compete because of burdensome taxes, who do the Biden people think is going to pay the bills? They can't hire workers, they can't buy goods, so the economy stagnates. Well, that's what you got, folks. I don't know who put them in, but I must confess it wasn't me.